Hare Krishna and deep greetings to everyone, and welcome to our Wednesday day when we speak about different wonderful topics. And today we have the continuation of topic of 9 ways of connection with the God.
Hare Krishna everyone, my name is Sudevi Vilasini, Devidasi, and his name is Ojasvi. Prabhu. It is a respectful way of approaching someone, which means from Sanskrit, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Means master.
But I'm not the master.
Yeah, but
of
this
course.
way we approach each other, expressing our deepest regards, our respect, and our gratitude also. So I will call you Prabhu.
I will call you Prabhu.
Okay. So welcome to our Ojasvi Kirtan channel, where we share on a regular basis with the world, let's say like this, multimedia educational content related to the unveiling beauty of our life in form of music and in form of devotional songs and singing, if to be precise, singing kirtan, and also just discussing with you in a cozy home atmosphere different topics related to spirituality and happiness in this world, and how to connect two of these things.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And we started maybe 2 Wednesdays ago.
Twice, yes, we have.
2 Wednesdays ago we started the topic of 9 ways of connecting with the Lord. I forgot the name of Sanskrit, this topic, but there is a wonderful name on Sanskrit. I momentarily forgot, I cannot remember. Anyway, but we were speaking about Shravanam, about the listening. Well, like a first way of connecting with the Lord, it's hearing, listening. When we hear about Him, we hear about His instructions, and we connect ourselves with that. And in this way, we go more into it. Then we were speaking about Kirtanam. It is going like this, in this order. Shravanam, listening, then Kirtanam. What you listen, you repeat. It can be singing of His names, it can be singing of the songs,
Yes.
which describes His glories. It can be speaking or repeating the wisdom which He sharing with us through the Bhagavad Gita or another Vedic scriptures and yogic scriptures. And today we will speak about Vishnu Smaranam or Smaranam. You can just say Smaranam. It means remembering about the Lord. We all have experiences of these things. From the beginning of our life we was listening from different sources, from the sport trainers,
Starting from our parents.
from parents. Yes.
Who's the first guru to every person? Mama, and then father,
tata.
or father, and
Dada.
then mama. Yes, grandparents and friends and relatives.
Everyone, neighbors, a lot of different people and a lot of different personalities and birds, and sometimes the simple hedgehog, or the ant can give you some kind of signs or some kind of messages, and you can you're listening through observing, you're listening with your mind, with your ears are just like instruments, but it goes out in the mind. And if mind is free, if mind is if you're like a blank paper, what is very special things to be blank paper,
Yes.
You're ready, that Lord can write on this paper the meaning of things as they are. So we heard from the beginning, like also my wife said, from everyone, and then we also repeat something what we heard with respect and gratitude. And as we said today, we continue with the Smaranam, or remembering. We remember about the Lord. We remember about what we heard about Him. We discuss about those things. We confirm them. We, scrutinize them. We go into studying of different messages, sharing with others. And in this way, we are remembering in different ways and different levels. We remember about the Lord and His instructions. But like always, we will sing a little bit together with you, few mantras and few songs.
We will do with you Kirtanam.
Kirtanam.
That's something that we spoke with you last time about.
Shravanam is also always there, because when I personally, when I sit down to sing, I close my eyes, and there is listening. If you calm, you can hear immediately. If you're not calm, you can just breathe, take a nice straight sitting posture, take a deep breath, and you start to feel what you're supposed to sing, how you're supposed to start to sing, what is the atmosphere around. And in this way you're listening, and then you start to do kirtanam, you start to do singing. And then slowly smaranam comes. You start to remember through the influence of mantra and the sounds, spiritual sounds which are present through singing. Okay, we can start with the singing. We will sing wonderful mantra which is opening very special understanding in our lives. When you connect with the Lord, it's the highest manifestation of consciousness. Like Narada Muni, probably maybe most of you heard about Narada Muni, he said that the love of God is manifestation of highest form of consciousness. It's situated, love of God is situated on the highest level of consciousness, of awareness. Like we are now, you can feel for sure that you're passing through different stages of your consciousness. You're developing, every day you're growing, and we're growing and growing and growing and growing. And when we reach our true self through growth, then with this high state of consciousness, we can actually manifest the love or connection with the Lord. Actually, it will manifest naturally. In this way also our personality manifests in a full way.
Chakshurmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Now we will sing one mantra, which is a very famous mantra. It's a auspiciousness mantra. It's a Mangala mantra, and it calls out for the reality, for the truth. It calls for the light, what we actually need. When there is a light, we can see everything nicely. And it calls for something what we are all waiting and what we all feel, unconsciously mostly, that we are eternal. So it's calling for eternity.
Asatoma Sat Gamaya Asatoma Sat Gamaya.
So we sing here Asatoma Sat Gamaya. We are singing, "Oh dear Lord, please take me from the unreal to the real." We all desire real friendships, real love, real relations, real things in life, and nothing unreal will satisfy us. And we also call ourselves to be real, because as the scientists they say sometimes that there is a missing link in evolution. But actually everything is already there, and the Lord is already there here. I mean, and we have everything, but we are the missing link. We maybe are not present in the moment. We are living, as the wise people say, there are two worlds existing: my world and the real world. So now most of us, we are existing in our world, you know. But through singing of these wonderful songs and mantras, we can really enter, and by praying to the Lord, to take us to reality, we can really go there. Asatoma Sat Gamaya.
Asatoma Sat Gamaya.
Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya. Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya. Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya.
Tamasoma Jyotir
Gamaya. Mrityormam amritam Gamaya. Mrityormam amritam Gamaya. Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Shanti Shanti
So we were singing also Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. So in this mantra, in this part we say, "Oh please, dear Lord, take us from the darkness to the light." You know, when you're in the dark with someone, maybe you can touch the face of that person, and you can recognize, yes, like you have the nose, you have eyes, you have the chin, you have the cheeks, everything is there, ears, but you cannot really see the real true variety of that person. Maybe a little bit, very little bit. But when you turn on the light, you can see all the details. You can see the eyes, and you can see the soul behind the eyes. So in the same way, when we call up the light, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, please take us from darkness to the light, we can see in a true way who we are and who the others are. And then we were singing Mrityo Mam Amritam Gamaya. Oh please take us from immortality from mortality to immortality. Because none of us are thinking now that we will die, that we will stop to exist. It's something that doesn't belong there. We don't have this chip. It's not possible, it's unnatural, because we are eternal actually. Asatoma Sat Gamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityormam amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Asatoma Sat Gamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityomam amritam Gamaya. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yes, I forgot that we sing also Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please, dear Lord, give us peace, peace, peace. Because with the peace we have inner space, we can understand things very nicely. Asato ma sat gamaya tamaso ma jyotir gamaya mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Asato ma sat gamaya tamaso ma jyotir gamaya mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Asato ma sat gamaya tamaso ma jyotir gamaya mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Asato ma sat gamaya tamaso ma
jyotir gamaya mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Govinda. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna, Haribol.
Maybe you heard about this mantra, maybe you didn't, but definitely this mantra is very powerful, and especially Maha Mantra, which we sing after. Just second. Release.
While we were singing, some mosquito bit.
So hopefully you feel well, and hopefully you're managing to balance your life and to it's okay, you go. And that you're managing to balance your life, and that you're finding the love there, that you're finding the peace in any circumstances, in any way. Like we wrote a post a few days ago that how to feel, how to feel safe even in the most discouraging and the most dangerous situations in life. Our life is sometimes compared with and life globally is compared mostly with a forest fire, sorry. And but we're trying to run from the fire, we're trying to save ourselves, to feel safe somehow. But actually there is a river there, and you can jump into the river, and that is the remembering of the Lord, that is the listening about the Lord, like we were speaking. It is glorifying the Lord, or kirtanam, and that is the smaranam. And we will hear the wonderful next ways of connecting with the Lord. But today we will speak about the smaranam, or so-called Vishnu smaranam. And it is the same when you're remembering the Lord or His instructions. It is like there is a forest fire all around, but we jump in the river, and it is described. It's not just the river; it is the holy river.
Yes.
It is the water of Ganges.
Ganges.
It's compared with the water of Ganges. And really, the water of Ganges is very magical. I experienced it myself immediately, first time in '99. I remember when I was in India, when I when I entered with respect and gratitude into Ganges River. First, I was hit with the corpse of cow. It was really surprising.
It was one.
One corpse
One
of cow, and it's
one corp.
corp. And it's a corpse of the cow, and it was not pleasurable, of course. It was very surprising, but it's Ganges. It's totally another emotions, another experience. And immediately after that, my mind became totally peaceful, in a harmony, and it's the inner peace and the ability to see things as they are. It was offered to me, and I could use it. I really could use it. It is the Mother Ganges who really, it's so merciful, it's so compassionate to us in this age of Kali. But even she said to Lord Krishna, In Srimad Bhagavatam, in these yogi scriptures, for those who don't know what is Srimad Bhagavatam, maybe, she said to Lord Krishna, in Kali Yuga, in this age now, so many impure people will come to me and bathe in me, and I will be so overwhelmed with the sins of all and burden of all those people. I'm not speaking in a bad way. It's the object of compassion. It's object of understanding. You know, we all need compassion. We all need understanding. We asking for mercy of the Lord. And many people in Kali Yuga, they feel so disturbed. They feel so overwhelmed with the different kinds of loads in their heart and in their minds, and they come into Ganges, and Ganges, river Ganges, personified Mother Ganges. She said to Lord Krishna, my dear Lord Krishna, so many people will come to me and take a bath in me, and I will be overloaded with all this load from the hearts and the minds of people. How I will purify myself? And Lord Krishna said that there will be a lot of devotees, pure devotees also, and they will come there, and they will purify you. And the narrations of his pastimes and the remembrance of his pastimes will purify also the river of Ganges. And pure devotees, people who reached a pure, topmost compassion and understanding for everyone around, and they're really giving their best. They surrender their lives to help others. They can manifest in different ways. They can manifest as a broken dog on the street. They can manifest as a drunken man on the street. They can manifest all those high personalities. They can manifest in different ways for us, to help us. Also, Krishna can use us to manifest in specific moment, somewhere, in a specific mood, for someone to be inspired with something. Also, this is a lot of case. And but we will now start to understand how, and to go into topic, how the Smaranam, and what is the Smaranam, our remembrance of the Lord. This, I will just pass.
No,
shortly.
you will not.
Huh?
No, you will not.
No,
you
no,
will
no,
just
no.
speak
I
about
already,
one.
not that. Love, so I will just go there, in this direction, a little bit. Love is the perfection of life. We need to remember this thing. Then connection with God. Why we need to make a way to connect with the Lord? It's because His presence extracts the best out of ourselves, from us. You know, connection with God brings ultimate peace. Why we need the peace? So to be able to start to act with love. Position. We are like a diamond positioned in the darkness, and when we connect with the Lord, it's like a diamond positioned on the sun rays. It starts to manifest the wonderful shine. Then, all our confusions, emotions which are out of order, and the different kinds of lacking of purpose in life, they will come instantaneously and be present in our awareness, in our consciousness. And we will have lightness, and we will have brightness in dealing with anxiety, with tension, with hatred, worry, and different kind of fears. Huh? Yes. We will have we will have ability and lightness to deal with all those things. So, isn't it beautiful that we can deal with all these things very nicely, with a good balance and with a wonderful light energy, and in this way also interact with others in a beautiful way. So let us go to Smaranam. Smaranam, Vishnu Smaranam is the remembrance of the Lord, of His pastimes, and usually it's called the constant meditation, constant remembrance. And we can say that one personality mentioned in the Holy Scriptures is example of Smaranam, of remembrance of the Lord's glories, and that is Prahlad Maharaj. And he was remembering the Lord all the time. And he had not so comfortable father. Maybe most of you knows. His father was the greatest demon in the universe, and he was torturing the whole universe. But despite of that, small Prahlad Maharaj, he was totally peaceful because he could see Lord and remember him always. He even saw him in a pillar. He saw him everywhere where he could look, where he could direct his vision. As it is mentioned, Smaranam is the constant remembrance of the Lord, revealing in the contemplation of His beauty, majesty and compassion. It is the third form of devotion, like we already mentioned. Shravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam, it is the third. And it is actually composed, these 9 ways of remembering, of connecting with the Lord is actually composed from Prahlad Maharaj. If you never read Srimad Bhagavatam, you can read the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's, I think, seventh canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And in the Narasimha Purana, there is stated about meditation of the form, on the form of the Supreme. Bhagavad Charana Dvandvadhayanam Nirdvandvamritam Papipnoti Pasangyena Vihitam Suhitam Param, taken from Express of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami. This is a statement from Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It's a very special book. And there is written, meditation focusing on the lotus feet of the Supreme is transcendental and beyond the experience of material pain and pleasure. By such a meditation, even one who is sinful can be delivered from all the sins he had committed in his life. So the power of meditation on the Lord, it can reveal us from all what we think we did bad, what we think that we made some wrong decisions, wrong choices, and we feel some bitterness in the heart about some people, about so many different things. And in this way, we can totally release ourselves with the remembering of the Lord, humbly, with an open mind, from all those pressures and those loads. In the holy book, which is called Vishnu Dharma, there is a statement about remembering the personal traits and qualities of the Supreme. I will not read the Sanskrit because I can stuck a little bit. I just want to flow a little bit more. Those who always, this is the statement, those who always contemplate. Do you want to read? Maybe you can read?
I cannot see from this angle, I'm sorry.
I know you cannot see.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Those who always contemplate on the qualities of the Supreme with devotion are freed from all impurities and enter Supreme Hari's abode. So all those people who always contemplate, we can now contemplate, remember, by pacify our mind, by calming down ourselves and becoming a little bit more wider and humble. We can remember the Lord, and we can actually allow the Lord to enter into our mind and really purify ourselves. And we will feel this by feeling light and good and connected. We don't feel any obstacle, we don't feel any trouble in the mind. We just feel total lightness. This is the sign of presence of the Lord in the mind. So in the Padma Purana, there is a statement about remembering the activities of the Lord. And there is always, and again now, the Sanskrit verse. And it is written, okay. A person who is always engaged in meditation on the Leelas or pastimes of the Lord and the wonderful activities of the Supreme surely becomes freed from all material contamination. This is really wonderful. The greatest example, as we already mentioned, of a devotee who realized God through smaranam or remembering is a Prahlad Maharaj, who was just a little child, and at the time he attained, at that small age, he attained self-realization and God-realization. Through Prahlad was put, though Prahlad was put into many difficulties and tragedies by his atheists, let's say like this, father, whose name was Hiranyakashipu, still he constantly remembered Supreme Narayan or the Lord. And in the end, the Lord gave his darshan in the form of Narasimha. It was really amazing. You can read in 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam the description of Lord Nrsimhadev. It is really beautiful. Only the reading about his form and the details of his form purifies our mind and the whole atmosphere. And Narasimha killed, it's a rough word, but killed, he actually destroyed him, Hiranyakashipu, and in this way protected small Prahlad.
But you don't need to feel anxiety about Lord killing someone. That is one of eternal pastimes which is happening between those two personalities, and one is enjoying not less than another one, despite the condition of being torn by the Narasimhadev. So Hiranyakashipu is eternally present in this pastime. Yes, that is other dimension. We don't need to feel any anxiety about our dear Lord killing anyone.
Yes, of course.
Because it is not as we imagine ourselves the killing could happen.
Yes, how we experience it from this world, from our vision also.
Yes.
So it is also said that thus even in all the extreme sufferings and pain, Prahlad, the small boy, he was a small boy, kept remembering the Supreme and never lost his faith in the Lord. From this, we understand that a true and pure devotee, someone who has really reached this, like we mentioned on the beginning, this high state of consciousness, like where is the love of God that predominating, is the one who is constantly remembers the Lord in all situations and is never unhappy in any situation of life. So this is really, really, really beautiful. And this is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam in the following verse. Again, it's Sanskrit. I will not read the Sanskrit because I can take more time. It is Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 17th verse number 17. The chapter 17, verse number 28. It is said there, devotees solely engaged in the devotional service of Lord Narayan. Solely means, for those who don't know, maybe they only doing this. Never fear in any condition of life. For them, the heavenly planets, liberation, and the hellish planets are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in the service of the Lord. So this is really beautiful because the pure devotees, they always think about the Lord, they're always remembering about the Lord. For them, everything is the same, wherever you put them. Also, we have a lot of examples in different traditions where people were put in jail and they just continue to preach there about the Lord's glories. And they didn't even notice that they were now in jail or somewhere, but they just continue to share the message of the Lord with those people with whom they are now there. And we should always remember the Lord and His pastimes. When we feel good, whether we feel good or whether we feel bad.
Of course.
Yes.
It is always better to feel good and remember the Lord.
Yes.
Nobody wants to feel bad. And from other side, it is easy to remember the Lord when we feel bad. We feel some need or anxiety, then it's easy to remember the Lord. So whatever path you choose, that is your choice, that is your life story. But if we feel good, if we can manage our life, our psychological state, our physical state, our inner, our spiritual state, and the way that we feel good in our life, and in the same time we feel gratitude, and we remember about the Lord, we feel grateful to Him, that is the perfect situation.
Yes, I remember once I heard from one mystic and musician, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, probably you heard about him. He said once, usually people remember the Lord when they're in a bad situation. But if they would remember the Lord when they are happy, they would always be happy.
Yes.
So it's really, really, it's true, absolutely, it's confirmed by all wise people and even the simple people who was trying to remember the Lord when they feel bad or when they feel and when they feel happy also. They always experienced somehow some overwhelming and constantly growing happiness is coming. So this is something very, very special when we manage and searching the ways how to connect with the Lord, how to remember the Lord, how to see Him in every detail of life, in any situation of life. For example, something you're cooking very nice meal and you're, we are cooking every day also here, of course.
We like to cook.
We like to eat.
And we like to eat. That's why we like to cook.
I know why we like to
eat.
You know why we like to cook? Why we like to eat? Because Krishna likes to eat. Krishna likes to
yes.
Enjoy different things. And sometimes, it is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, how we can recognize and how can we notice the presence of Paramatma in the heart. I mean, the presence of the God in the heart. And that verse said, by searching the help from intelligence. This is very practically described here. So what we are doing all the time in any moment, we are always searching help from intelligence. We're always asking inside, what to do now? Oh, what should I say now?
Should I stay or should I
yes.
go?
Should I do this? And you're cooking, should I put more salt? So we're always asking help from intelligence. We're always actually communicating with Him.
Yes.
But it's not so often that someone remembers that actually that one with whom you are actually speaking, that one who is the controller of intelligence, the moments of intelligence, actually is the Lord Himself. So we got some idea and we think, how to make this? And then you forget about something. Oh, I cannot remember what was there. And then it's suddenly in some specific moment when it was the right time, you remember that specific thing. And then you did it and it was so good. So who is
giving remembrance?
Yes.
Who is giving forgetfulness?
Who is arranging all this? It's really wonderful when we just pay attention.
That is, here's something more than just a simple chemical reaction of your brain. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I remember it now. It is all under the perfect control.
Yes. Lord Krishna describes, if this can help you also, help me also first. He describes very specific situation in Bhagavad Gita. He describes pragya sthita. This is, or sthita pragya. He describes that sthita means situated within, or situated in something specific. And pragya is the word on Sanskrit which signifies, there's a word? Signifies the very specific form of intelligence. It's not just buddhi. Buddhi is intelligence which is just element, working in its own ways, controlling the remembrance, sleep, proper judgment, improper judgment. But pragya is self-aware intelligence. So you are consciously participating in intelligence, using intelligence, and you, with your own awareness, with your own presence, you understanding and questioning, and you're studying all this inside, and you're situated like sthita pragya. So you're situated within this, and in this way, Lord Krishna describes in Bhagavad Gita, you're reaching in this way the mercy, the Bhagavad Prasada. You're reaching the mercy of the Lord, and when you reach the mercy of the Lord, when He is happy, when He sees finally this person trying to remember about me, trying to use my instructions to really reach true happiness, to really reach me and contact with me, I give him the blessings. Like with father and mother, when they see that their children are doing proper things, they're finally listening to the advices of father and mother, they feel special inside. They always love them. They're always on their side. They're always understanding them. But in this moment, when you see that your child is following some advice which will help him or her to become more happy, more to grow in a very good way. Like my friend from who was actually a friend from my brother, who was working in the zoo. He said that once he saw that mother and father lions. They got a small cub, a small lion, and this small lion was very submissive to the mother on the beginning, and he was following mother everywhere. He was doing what mother was doing, and in one moment of his small childhood, he started to do so many things out of control of mother, without mother's permission, and so many things which can actually endanger his life. And in this moment, mother grabbed him from the neck and threw him in the wall, very strongly. And our poor cub, he had a little bit neck in this position, for 1 month. Distorted neck, yes, and twisted. We can also say, and he had some trauma, slight trauma, but he started again a little bit with more deeper intelligence to follow the mother, and he really reached better position by learning more about the world from the mother, yes, from this lioness, and that is really beautiful example also. So let us always remember the Lord, do this, and remember this third way of connecting with the Lord. It's a smaranam. It's or Vishnu smaranam, how it is written. It's remembering the Lord Vishnu, the God Himself. And whether we feel good or bad, especially if we make effort to remember Him when we feel good, it will be very, very special. It's even if we are in comfortable situation, or we are in uncomfortable situation, and He is, after all, the source of everything. He's the master of everything, of all planets, and He's really worthy of remembrance.
And if you ever feel uncomfortable to hear that someone else and not you is the ruler of this world, is someone who is controlling, the supreme controller, please don't feel it, because it is such a responsibility which we cannot handle right now, neither with this body, neither with our mind. And it's like, if you ever watched this movie, Bruce Almighty, when he got those powers, but he eventually gave them back to the Lord, because he understood that there is something more than just simply having powers and fulfilling whatever happened inside of yourself or people close to you. So the Lord is a gentleman of a perfect character.
Yes.
And being connected with Him and giving Him this how to say this freedom to control our life is the most beautiful thing and the most safest position.
Definitely. So let us remember the Lord, use this smaranam, wonderful principle. Next one we will not mention to you, because we will say it in the next time.
Yes.
Okay, that was all for this evening. Thank you very much for your attention, for your presence and your blessings. We feel them very nicely. We hope that some of these, some of this knowledge, some of these instructions from these wonderful scriptures and remembering of smaranam. What is the smaranam? It will give you some kind of encouragement. It will give you some confidence, more self-confidence when you're chanting, when you're meditating, because the Lord wants that you meditate on Him. He doesn't see your bad side or I don't know what. He just wants you. He describes this also in Bhagavad Gita. He said, the Lord is not taking or accepting no one's sinful or pious activities. Please pay attention to this. He's not taking anyone's pious or impious activities, because they don't have any connection with the person inside. He knows this. But he said, living entity, we are covered with the ignorance which cover our true knowledge. So this is something what we can remember. He always wants us to remember Him in full power, in full capacity, with full capacity. And as the soul, as the spirit soul inside, we have a right for this. It is our natural position. It is like, imagine that the fish is out of the water, and we are discussing with the fish, should she return to the water? Sounds really totally foolish, absolutely foolish, that you should discuss with the fish, should she return in the water, So in the same way, when you're thinking, I'm not qualified to remember the Lord, I'm not deserving, in some way we can say like this, like because of humbleness, but actually He wants us to remember, like He wants the fish to go into water back. So thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
see you next time, dear friends on YouTube and dear friends on Instagram. We are very grateful to you.
Yes.
If you want, you can join us on our vocal courses. It's a very wonderful journey. And also, if you like our project, you can support us on our Gauguin funding campaign page, fundraiser page. And it will be a great help for us. It will be really, because we need so much more things to make our service, this what we do in much better way, with better quality, because we lose a lot of energy in this way, and we would like that we can have more energy to produce something more beautiful. So that was all for this evening. Thank you very much again, and see you next time.
Thank
Hari
you.
Bol, Hare
See you
Krishna.
next time. Hare Krishna.